Hi, this is Buy My Money, and today is November 27th, 2020, and it's a day after Thanksgiving. And so we had a short day of trading here and decided to try to take a scalp here, even on this holiday trading day or the day after the holiday. Um, if you don't know, this is my live trading journal where I have live commentary, no voiceovers, and so I go through my thinking process over every trade. And my goal is to make $500 a day solely scalping the ES, only using one setup, the two-legged pullback. And I'm trading 5 ES contracts per trade, and so with each scalp, I make $250. And so with 2 scalps a day, I can make $500 a day. The two-legged pullback is a pure price action strategy. It's a pattern that looks like this. First pullback, first entry, second pullback, and we like to enter in the second entry right here. So this also goes by another name, goes by the second entry, and same thing on the other side. We also call it an ABC pattern. So it goes by many names, but I like to call it the two-legged pullback. Throughout the video, I identified them as ABC patterns just because it's so much easier to say. And so this is the pattern we look for in the market. And the reason why we look for this pattern is because, according to Al Brooks, the market likes to move in twos. And so we see the market making one attempt to reverse, and then institutions and traders are not confident entering the first time, but when it makes a second time to reverse, then the institutions are more confident. And so we like to look for this setup at key areas such as moving averages, trend lines, channels, support resistance levels. And if with good context, with this setup, you can have a greater than 90% chance to make a point. I have a very minimal chart. I have 3 indicators. I have the 20 EMA, also have the 240 SMA, and a custom indicator that counts legs and identifies two-legged pullbacks with dark green and dark red numbers, and also traps with the magenta boxes. And so also tells you forward-looking information, tells you the next leg that's coming up, as long as it stays, this forward-looking signal changes depending on the setup. And so right now, the next leg that will be coming up will be a two-legged pullback and also a second pullback down. I'm planning to get this indicator released to everyone, hopefully by the first half of December. I'm working on licensing, and I'm trying to modify a little bit to make it a little more friendly for people. But what you see here is pretty much what you're guys gonna get. I already added a couple alerts and trying to add a couple more features, just little things here and there that hopefully will be helpful for you guys, and also working on making some sort of a user guide or videos just so you know how to use and read the indicator. But know that no indicators, it's not a magic indicator, it just counts legs for you and takes away that hard manual work to count legs in real time. It does that for you. You can just look for, okay, this is a two-legged pullback. Oh, it's in a key area. Then you make that trade, and so it just makes it so much easier to do. It's already hard enough to make trades, and so to count legs and identify key areas all at the same time, it's difficult. So this kind of takes a lot of that hard work out. And so, yep, my chart is very simple, mostly just price action, and I like to use the 2584 tick chart, the 10,946 tick chart, and the 5-minute chart. And I believe in this video I actually use a 610 chart as well. And on very slow days like today, I like the 610 just because the volume is so much lower, and so 610 kind of gives you good price action. Those numbers seem kind of random, but they're all Fibonacci numbers. and I chose Fibonacci numbers closest to 2000 and also closest to 10,000. And the reason why I like to have those time frames is I like to find confluence between those time frames. And not only that, the bigger time frames give you information for the lower time frames. For instance, if you saw a candle that looked like this big candle here, it kind of gives you information saying that the next candle will probably be green as well. And so on the smaller time frame, when you're around this area, you can have a bullish premise. And so things like that help you. So these higher tick frames give you more information to trade the lower tick frames, and vice versa as well. Also, I like to have the time chart as well, because the time chart gives you the price action of time and price, whereas the tick chart gives you the price action of volume and price. And so you can say, hey, on the time chart, why don't you just add the volume, a volume indicator, the bars out here telling you how much volume. That's true, you can do that, but that does not give you the price action of volume. It just tells you how much volume. The tick chart actually gives you price action of the volume. And so when you find confluence between the two, I find that that's to be a very good setup. So I like that at the time, the 5-minute as well. Also, Al Brooks uses the 5-minute, and so if he uses, he makes a living off purely trading the 5-minute. So, if the best in the world uses the 5-minute, I also like to use the 5-minute. I like to mimic the best. So, what do we have here? If you'd like to know more about this strategy, you can check out my channel or the description box. I have a beginner, intermediate playlist. You can check those out, and also you can find the time index in the description as well. I believe you can see the time index, in the timeline. So that should be helpful as well to navigate through the videos. But as you can see, I already finished my day, up $312. I made one clean scalp over the night session, and around like 12 a.m. I just saw a good scalp, good setup, and the alerts help. You can just have the alerts up and the alerts go off, and then you can look for good setups. And also, it's 312.50 because I skunked one trade. Wasn't it? Didn't feel good, and I skunked out one tick, and so yeah, made a little profit there, but nothing to I just skunked it. So yep. So stick around for my. Well, I know I'm supposed to make $500 a day, but today was a half trading day, so I'm good with 312. So yeah, that's it for the introduction. Enjoy. All right, we got two scenarios here: either two-legged pullback here to the 20 MA, or two-legged pullback up to 240 SMA. Two scenarios. Similar scenario on the 5-minute. 5-minute already triggered this bullish scenario. So get rid of this guy. Two-legged pullback here. To the 20 EMA. Almost similar to the 610. 610 also triggers down. Trap waiting on the other side. Looking to go long. I'll take this trap here. Coincides with the 5-minute trap as well. Okay, reversing. Gonna head up here now.
Order submitted.
I get an entry here. Hmm.
Order filled.
All right, I'm in. Trap on the 5-minute, as well on the 610. The two-legged pullback off the 5-minute chart, off the 20 MA. Let's let this ride.
Target filled.
Alright, there's my holiday trade. Two-legged pullback off the 20 EMA, 5 minute, and confluence with the trap on the 610 chart. Gonna wrap up here, up $312, and gonna review the one trade I made last night. Simple two-legged pullback, and it's just went up from there, right off the 20 EMA, and yeah, there were, honestly, most of the day was pretty choppy. I would say the best trade you could have made, maybe it's this trap right here, but still you had support here. I would think that the most obvious trade would have been this two-legged pullback at the 240 SMA on the 5 minute. You might ask, why the 240 SMA? I didn't take this trade, but if I was looking at the charts, I would be, about to pounce on this trade right here. You have a second entry here. A, B, C. Right on the 240 SMA with a very strong signal bar, and you would have made a point easy. But yeah, I wasn't there. But if I had seen this, I would have said this is a greater 90% trade. Two-legged pullback, second entry on a key area with a good signal bar. You might ask, why do I have the 240 SMA? Well, again, Al Brooks, he has the 240 on his 5 minute, which actually reflects the 20 SMA on the hourly chart, and so that's why it's a 240. That's why we use a 240 SMA. Or that's why I use a 240 SMA, because a lot of reactions on the 20 SMA on the 1 hour chart. So that's how you get the 1 hour SMA, the 1 hour 20 SMA on your 5 minute chart. So that's why I have that here. And again, it's, just another area you can have where you can make a trade, a solid trade here. And so yeah, disappointed that I wasn't there to actually take this trade, but yeah, if I was there, I would have 100% have taken this trade. But yeah, that's it for today. 312, it's half a day, so couldn't make my full 500. Plus, I could only really make a trade last night. So yep, and hopefully I get that indicator out to you guys soon. Just stay, I'll keep you guys up to date throughout the videos and the progress of it. Currently I'm getting it licensed and have to work with some licensing, getting that figured out. So working with NinjaTrader right now to get that all hashed out. But that's it for today, and as always, happy trading and God bless.